Reality is kind of like a super advanced video game that forgot to include a tutorial. So you just spawn in and start thinking, why is everything happening to me specifically? And the game is like, it's not happening to you, it's happening through your settings. But nobody tells you that part at the beginning. So most people just assume they're stuck in whatever level they accidentally loaded. Here's the twist though, reality is not locked. It's more like a game where the difficulty setting changes based on what you keep reacting to. If you keep reacting like everything is hard, the game goes, oh, hardcore mode, got it. Extra obstacles, extra delays, extra situations that require emotional stamina and snacks. But not because it hates you, because it's listening very literally to your inputs. Now, if you start reacting differently, even slightly, the game does something interesting. It doesn't immediately transform everything. It just starts spawning different kinds of events. You go from, why is everything breaking, to, that actually worked out? And the system quietly goes, noted, introducing slightly easier timeline. The observer effect in real life is basically this. Whatever you consistently notice becomes the main quest line. Everything else becomes background noise. So if you're constantly scanning for what's wrong, reality goes, cool, we'll generate more things to be scanned. But if you start noticing even small signs of things working, reality goes, wait, you're paying attention to that now? And it begins to shift. Not dramatically at first, more like subtle patch updates, fewer dead ends, a little more timing that actually makes sense. A few more doors that don't require you to fight them open. And the wild part is most people miss this shift because they expect fireworks. But reality usually changes like a software update that just quietly improves performance in the background. No announcement, just less chaos. What's even funnier is how attached we get to difficulty settings. We start identifying as, oh, I'm just someone who struggles, or I'm just someone who has to try harder than everyone else, or I'm just someone who never gets lucky. And reality, being extremely obedient, goes, perfect, locking that in as default identity settings. But the moment you stop reinforcing that identity, even for a little while, the system pauses, like, wait, are we still running that storyline? Because identity is not a fixed thing in this system. It's a repeated instruction. And repeated instructions become operating rules. But rules can be rewritten, not by force, but by attention, by what you keep choosing to notice. And slowly the game starts offering different experiences. People showing up at the right time, ideas arriving when you actually need them. Things aligning without requiring you to wrestle them into place. And at first you're suspicious, of course, because ease feels illegal when you're used to struggle. You're like, is this allowed? And reality just shrugs like it always was. You just weren't selecting it. So the real shift isn't about becoming someone new. It's about stopping the constant selection of the same old difficulty mode, because the system is already ready to respond. It's just been waiting for your next input. And the moment that input changes, the entire game quietly begins to follow. And one more post note here. If you feel like you have been focusing on new inputs, but you're still generating the same 3D life as the past, there's probably a storyline running in the subconscious of your mind. In our cellular memories, there are stored, inherited memories, experiences, and it's even down into our DNA. And there's a way to clean the slate of our subconscious, and that is what Rejuvenate was created for. It's a 60-day program that you get lifetime access to as an ongoing life tool to clear the residue out of the subconscious that is mucking up your ability to clearly project a signal for a new, exciting future. So check out the link below. You could be living on a totally different trajectory in just 60 days after completing Rejuvenate. Clear the cellular memory of your subconscious mind and allow a new game to begin.